Welcome back to another episode of the WP Week, your go-to source for the latest updates in the world of WordPress and web security. We have a lineup of exciting news and insights to keep you informed. Let's dive right into the updates you need to stay ahead in the ever-evolving landscape of WordPress and web technologies. Today's episode is sponsored by 20i, the next-gen WordPress hosting partner that supercharges your sites with integrated WP Manager, staging, cloning, and cache without requiring any plugins, and OmniSend, a top-rated email and SMS marketing tool for e-commerce, helps you boost sales effortlessly. Welcome to another episode of the WP Week, your go-to podcast for all things WordPress. Let's dive into some of the latest news and developments from the world of WordPress and beyond. The WordPress Core team is looking for feedback from the community to improve future releases, specifically focusing on the release process for WordPress 6.7. They're inviting everyone who contributed to the release to share their thoughts on the process and the squad. The survey is open until January 13th, 2025, and while the form is not anonymous, the team hopes it will help them iterate and improve going forward. Meanwhile, the WordPress Core team is also gathering consensus around the WP Consent API, which was first introduced as a feature plugin in early 2020. The API standardizes how plugins communicate consent categories, improving privacy and data compliance across WordPress sites. Automatician Brian Alexander has put forward two options for this feature: integrating it directly into the WordPress core or making it a canonical feature. Most feedback from the community so far leans towards integrating it into core. Next, the WordPress training team has proposed resegmenting their learning pathways content into shorter, more digestible courses. This change will improve the learning experience and encourage more course completions. The community has until December 19th, 2024 to weigh in with their feedback on the proposal. The Gutenberg plugin has released version 19.8, which comes with several exciting new features. A font family preview is now available in the font dropdown, allowing users to see how fonts will look before selecting them. Additionally, a new section style selector has been added to the toolbar, making it easier to customize sections. The plugin review team also provided a project update, processing 166 plugin requests, approving 113, rejecting 113, and closing 146 as of December 9th, 2024. These figures highlight the ongoing effort to ensure that WordPress plugins meet the platform's standards for security and quality. On the security front, WordPress.com has rolled out a new DDoS protection setting. This feature introduces a defensive mode that challenges browsers visiting a site with proof-of-work tasks. Legitimate users will briefly see a challenge page while their browser completes the task, adding an additional layer of protection to WordPress.com sites. This feature is available to sites hosted on WordPress.com, with options for business and commerce plan users to manage it from their dashboards. For WooCommerce users, two important updates are now available. WooCommerce 9.4.3 brings security improvements affecting URL handling, event data validation, and guest checkout controls, while the WooCommerce 9.3.4 backport update also addresses security issues. Additionally, WooCommerce is preparing to roll out a cost of goods sold (COGS) feature in Core, allowing store owners to calculate profit margins for their products without relying on third-party extensions. WooCommerce CEO Paul Majorana clarified that the list of plugins included as part of the More in Core initiative is still being finalized. There's also been a recent security patch for the Sweet Date theme, which addressed an unauthenticated privilege escalation vulnerability. This flaw could have allowed unauthenticated users to escalate their privileges and potentially take over a WordPress site. WPForms, one of the most popular WordPress plugins, has patched a vulnerability affecting over 6 million WordPress sites. The issue, which involved unauthorized modification of data due to a missing capability check, was fixed in version 1.9.2.2. Users are urged to update immediately to avoid potential security risks. In a separate security issue, the security team discovered a JavaScript-based malware affecting WordPress sites, especially those using the Hello Elementor theme. The malware injects malicious scripts into the theme's header.php file, posing a serious threat to site owners and visitors. Site administrators are advised to check for any signs of infection and clean up their sites as needed. Moving on to accessibility, the latest HTTP archive report on web accessibility places Wix at the top with an impressive score of 94%. Squarespace follows with 92%, and Google Sites comes in at 90%. WordPress, however, scores 85%, placing it in the 10th position among major website platforms. These scores reflect how platforms are improving their accessibility features, but there's still room for improvement, particularly for WordPress. An analysis of 140,000 WordPress sites hosted on Kinsta has revealed the most popular WordPress plugins for SEO and performance. Yoast SEO leads the pack, installed on nearly 58% of sites, followed by Redirection at 26.85% and WP Rocket at 19.1%. These plugins are highly regarded for improving site performance and SEO, making them essential tools for many WordPress site owners. In a broader tech context, Google's CEO Sundar Pichai has shared that search will undergo significant changes in 2025. Although he struggled to articulate the exact impact on the web ecosystem, the statement hints at transformative shifts in how users will interact with search engines in the near future. OpenAI has also released its new reasoning models, ChatGPT o1 and o1 Mini. These models are designed for advanced problem-solving and analysis, offering more refined capabilities for complex tasks and further expanding the potential of AI applications. On the business side, Automattic has acquired WPAI, the company behind tools like Code WP, Agent WP, and WP Chat. The WPAI team, including James LePage, Greg Hunt, and Ovidiu Galatan, will join Automattic to explore the use of AI as an interaction paradigm for WordPress. This acquisition is likely to have a significant impact on how AI tools are integrated into the WordPress ecosystem. In another partnership development, Mediavine, a leading full-service ad management firm, has teamed up with Big Scoots, a fully managed WordPress hosting provider. This exclusive partnership will offer custom hosting packages to Mediavine publishers, tailored to their needs and traffic volumes, further enhancing the capabilities of WordPress site owners who rely on Mediavine for monetization. Jessica Leishik, a WordPress developer at Grade, won the WordPress Speed Build Challenge against Matt Mullenweg, co-founder of WordPress. The challenge, which involved replicating the Bob Dylan website in just 30 minutes, ended with Jessica donating her $5,000 prize to Girls Who Code. In another community event, WordCamp Asia 2025 revealed its official WAPU, designed by graphic designer Andrew De La Serna from the Philippines. Also, WordCamp Asia 2026 is now seeking its host city, with applications open until December 31st, 2024. WordCamp Europe 2025 is actively looking for speakers and sponsors for its event in Basel, Switzerland from June 5 to 7, 2025. This is a great opportunity for those looking to contribute to one of the largest WordPress events in Europe. The recent Let's Talk Themes with Ellen Bauer live community discussion shed light on WooCommerce's plans to develop a new starter block theme to replace the long-standing storefront theme. This new theme will focus on real-world e-commerce use cases, such as those in the fashion and food industries, showcasing the potential of block themes for developers and merchants alike. In a major development, Barn2 Plugins announced it will begin developing apps for Shopify in 2025. While maintaining its WordPress and WooCommerce offerings, Barn2 will expand its focus to Shopify, tapping into the growing market for e-commerce solutions. PatchStack, known for its vulnerability database, has expanded its focus to include Drupal and Joomla, with plans to add support for Laravel as well. This expansion comes as the team continues strengthening its role in improving web security across multiple platforms. Weglot, the popular multilingual plugin for WordPress, has announced it will donate 50% of its Black Friday and Cyber Monday revenue to charitable causes. This year, Weglot aims to donate 70,000 euros, surpassing last year's 60,000 euros contribution. Finally, several new projects are taking shape in the WordPress community. Robert DeVore has released 7 new plugins, including tools for WooCommerce store management, Yoast, SEO, metadata, import, export, and a maintenance mode plugin. Blockera, an advanced site builder for the WordPress block editor, is now available, while Andy Fragan has released Git Updater Lite, which enables automatic updates for Git-hosted WordPress plugins and themes. Presidium has launched a new free cookie consent plugin, and Brian Cords has introduced a new podcast series, Webmasters with Brian Cords, with the first episode featuring Fabian Kagi. Additionally, Grade has launched the Grade Conversations vodcast with a focus on core web vitals and performance tools. That's all the big news for this week. Thanks for listening to the WP Week podcast sponsored by 20i and Omnisend. As always, stay tuned for more updates and keep your WordPress sites secure and up to date.